Coming up, Singapore says the abuse suffered by Myanmar maid Piang must never happen again.
Phase 3 is a new normal and Singapore is not expected to move out of it anytime soon.
And we're seeing long queues for this year's Toto Hong Pao despite the lower prize money.
This is the Straits Times Newsnight. I'm Dylan Ang.
Good evening, I'm Chao Suen. The case of the maid abuse which surfaced this week has sent shockwaves through society, and Singapore wants to put an end to any form of abuse against foreign domestic workers. It's doing so by reviewing some key areas.
This follows revelations in court about the death of Myanmar national Piang in 2016. On Tuesday, Ms Piang's employer, Gayatri Murugayan, admitted to starving, torturing and ultimately killing her. The government today announced it's looking into 3 areas to ensure that such abuse doesn't happen again, namely safeguards against abusive employers, the reporting system for doctors, and the involvement of community and partner organizations. Ministers Josephine Teo and K. Shanmugam spoke to reporters this afternoon.
Let me be absolutely clear. There is no place for abuse against foreign domestic workers in Singapore.
People who seem ordinary are capable of extraordinary evil. And there are 2 pillars in any society to keep evil in check. 1 is education. 2, we need the rule of law to keep such evil in check. The law has to come down with full force when the rules are broken.
Details of the abuse against Myanmar maid Ms Piang are truly horrific, and prosecutors are seeking life imprisonment for her employer. For close to 10 months, Ms Piang was physically assaulted almost daily, deprived of food and rest. In the last days of her life, she was tied to the window grille at night while she slept on the floor. Her ordeal was captured on CCTV cameras installed by her employer. She weighed just 24 kilos when she died. You can read more about the case on straitstimes.com.
Updates have come in on the explosion that happened yesterday at Tuas. 3 workers have died and 5 remain in critical condition. 2 other workers who were in the unit across from the accident site have been discharged. The explosion had occurred on the premises of Stars Engineering, a contractor dealing with fire protection systems. It forced the evacuation of 65 others in the vicinity of the blaze. The Manpower Ministry said the 3 dead workers have not been identified given the extensive burns they suffered. The authorities will inform their families once their identities are confirmed.
Many, including several MPs, have noted that this incident is all the more worrying in light of the number of workplace deaths in the past month, 10 in the past 3.5 weeks to be exact. In contrast, there were 30 fatalities for the whole of 2020. NTUC Assistant Sec Gen Melvin Yong said today that NTUC is very concerned with the recent spate of workplace accidents which have resulted in a number of fatalities. MP Zaki Mohammed said that he was very shocked and deeply saddened by the demise of the 3 workers from the explosion. He had said on Monday that the uptick in fatal accidents is extremely alarming, setting a worrying trend for the year ahead.
On the COVID-19 front, 10 new cases were confirmed today, including 2 in the community. The remaining 8 are imported ones who had been placed on stay-home notice upon arrival.
Now, in a new development, Pfizer and BioNTech say they are testing a 3rd dose of their COVID-19 vaccine to better understand the immune response against new variants of the virus. The companies believe their current 2-dose vaccine will work against the UK and South African strains, but the new trial will allow them to be prepared if and when more protection is necessary.
On that note, COVID-19 vaccination for the essential water service sector kicked off today with more than 4,000 PUB staff and contractors to get their inoculation starting this week. Vaccination will allow Singapore's water operations to remain optimal so that clean water can be served to all even during the pandemic.
Despite vaccinations ramping up, Singapore is not expected to exit Phase 3 anytime soon. That's what Senior Minister of State for Health, Janu Puthucheary, told Parliament today.
He said that Phase 3 will last until there's evidence on vaccine effectiveness in preventing future outbreaks. A substantial proportion of the population is vaccinated and the rest of the world has the virus under control.
While the outbreaks in several countries have abated in recent weeks, we need to remain vigilant. We will continue to find ways to allow our economy and our society to further reopen in a safe way. But given the dynamic situation here and around the world, we will need to adjust our safe management measures from time to time. We do not expect to move out of Phase 3 anytime soon.
The jackpot for the Toto Hongbao draw has been reduced to $8 million from the initial $9.6 million so as to minimize crowds. A Singapore Pools spokesman said that this would better allow for better management of the anticipated queues at outlets in consideration of the health and safety of customers and staff. The lower prize money, however, did not appear to stop punters, with snaking queues still seen at outlets in Hougang, Ang Mo Kio, Yishun and Bishan.
Let's take a look at what's been trending on social media. Facebook has banned the Myanmar military from using its Facebook and Instagram platforms with immediate effect, as weeks of mass demonstrations continue after the military coup. The US tech giant said that the risk of allowing the Tatmadaw on its platforms is too great, adding that events since the February 1st coup, including deadly violence, have precipitated the need for this ban. At least 3 protesters and 1 policeman has been killed in violence at the rallies. Facebook said it would also ban all Tatmadaw-linked commercial entities from advertising on its platforms.
Exciting news for Spider-Man fans. The third Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man adventure finally has an official title.
Alright, so?
Gave us a fake name again.
Not sure.
I just don't understand why he keeps doing this.
You don't understand?
Really?
I feel like it's pretty obvious to just spoil things.
I don't spoil things.
Your thing is
Name
to
me
spoil.
one thing that I've actually spoiled.
The last movie title. Fingers.
The announcement of Spider-Man No Way Home comes after actors Tom Holland, Jacob Batalon and Zendaya trolled fans with fake titles on Tuesday, including Spider-Man Phone Home, Spider-Man Homewrecker and Spider-Man Home Slice. The highly anticipated film will hit theaters in December.
You know what? Tom Holland is by far my favorite Spider-Man. I really enjoy all his recent movies.
He's not bad, but my current favorite film in the Spider-Man franchise is still the animated Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse.
Ooh, that's a good one. Now, speaking of good things to watch, if you grew up in Singapore, you're probably familiar with the story of Sang Nila Utama, the man said to be the founder of Singapura in 1299. Fantastic Fables of the Southern Seas, a new 4-part animated series by director Ko Chong-woo, reimagines well-loved Singaporean tales, such as the story of Sang Nila Utama as a space opera and the tale of Sisters Islands, among others. All episodes feature a futuristic retelling and contain references to Singapore as well as symbolic motifs about the legends. Watch a bit and have to say I'm blown away by the creativity.
And before we go, 2020 might have been a gloomy year. But even in the midst of all the gloom, Singapore's 4 wildlife parks found many reasons to celebrate throughout the year, with close to 400 babies across 107 species born during the year. Of the additions, 29 species are listed as threatened under the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List of Threatened Species. My personal favorite, Night Safari's pair of Malayan tiger cubs, born 27th December 2020, the first successful birth of the critically endangered feline at Wildlife Reserve Singapore since 1998. The other adorable new additions include a baby Malayan tapir, a pair of red-ruffed lemurs, and even a trio of West Indian manatees.
Even I have to say, they are so adorable. And that's the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening. Dylan will see you tomorrow. I'm back on Tuesday.